everybody. Oh man, this has been a trip, man, trying to work out these kinks, trying to make things a little easier, but yeah, it's come together pretty good. I'm super excited to do a live today. I had some free time from my day job, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to sharing some of these videos with you. I'm trying to remember to keep looking in the camera. Oh, and I don't think I'm gonna wear my glasses because of the glare. I had some comments about the glare, so yeah, I'll try not to wear my glasses. It's pretty distracting. I don't know if there's like a film you can buy or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I have a couple of cool videos that I want to share. This one was from Disantos' docket yesterday, Judge Disantos in Michigan, and we're probably gonna check that one out first. Yeah, she had this lady. She was like, she's just hanging on to her youth, man. She's trying to hang on to her youth, and it's super funny. But yeah, I feel bad for her, or not bad for her. You know, it's more of like a bless her heart type thing. So yeah, let's get on the road.
That. I have no one to post that bond for me. Please, Your Honor, I have
Your
to
Honor,
go.
can we potentially get an earlier court date?
The 28th is the earliest I can do. That's 1 week from tomorrow.
Understood, Judge.
So I'm stuck
Thank
here.
you.
I'm stuck here.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
And then we're still on the right.
Everything seems kind of like low. Let me know if you guys can hear me or not.
All right, we are on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte versus
Maybe this way. Yeah, that's turned up.
the city of Wyandotte versus Jennifer Vitro, 232420 A and B. And counsel?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. It's time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom. As to the arraignment, we waive formal reading. My client stands mute.
Thank you. May I have your name for the record, please?
Jennifer Vitro.
Oh, and I haven't seen this
All
one
right,
yet
the
either.
court will waive the formal reading, enter plea of not guilty for purposes of the arraignment. And we'll schedule this matter for pretrial on December 5th at 9:45 a.m. Or counsel, we could do next week. You're back next week unless you think one of the other attorneys can.
No, Judge, the sooner the better. My client doesn't have lodging at this time, so I would anticipate potentially her not getting out of custody. So I would ask for the soonest date.
I forgot I put that on there.
All right, we'll do November 28th.
I just did
at
some like quick
9:45.
editing. But I tried
All
to
right, counsel has
not
fun.
the meat of it.
Your Honor, my client indicates that she is homeless and that she was residing in her vehicle, which has been taken into custody.
Oh,
She receives SSD, but was not getting paid for another week. Judge, I'd ask that she be put in a position that if not able to get bonded out, that she at least can start accruing credit for time served. Thank you, Judge.
All right, ma'am, what's the address in Chesterfield?
That's my old house, but I do have somewhere I think I can go.
Where's that?
It's a friend's house in Madison Heights. It's 1310 Madison Heights. Christian Church.
You don't need to put the address on the record or live stream. And ma'am, why don't you work?
I'm disabled.
What's the nature of your disability?
I have cancer.
Are you currently undergoing treatment, or has that been something that's in remission, or?
I forgot treatment.
I'm sorry?
I've given up treatment.
Can you get disability for being on cancer or being on cancer for having cancer? I feel like you don't, because it's not like a long-term disability. It's like you have it, it progresses, and then you pass away. But I guess you would get some kind of disability. If someone could comment on that in the chat, or just like I don't have anyone on right now, but like maybe if you're watching this not live, please like let me know. I'm super interested in that. Hey Artie, how's it going? I do have someone. Awesome. My first chat.
You gave up treatment.
A t-shirt from my website, tatswag.shop.
I also have a degenerative bone disease.
Go check it out, and I'm gonna send you something for being my first chat. Awesome. Hey,
I just want to go home.
You're my second person ever. You get a hoodie too.
I have a visit with my son on Wednesday, and I really don't want to miss that.
What's your, what is it, supervised visit?
Yeah.
Out of which court?
Macomb.
Why is it supervised?
Oh, that's an awful long
Yeah,
story.
just go to tatswag.shop.
I lost my father in July, and right after that, my mother and my sister came after my son. My sister is a little not right in the head. They alleged abuse, which never in a million years. My son's my world.
In the chat.
How old's your son?
He's 7. He's almost 8. He's the most beautiful thing on the face of the planet. He's got eyes that light up your entire world. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
All the
And
graphics.
so, ma'am,
I
what
designed
would be
them
in
all.
your system if you were tested today?
I'm so sorry.
What would be detected in your system if you were tested today?
Marijuana.
Do you have a valid prescription for marijuana?
I know it was not, I didn't know I needed it. I just bought it. I get it for my nausea from the treatment. Right there.
Nothing else would be detected in your system?
I don't think so.
No heroin?
No, absolutely not. I do not mess around with that
It
stuff.
would be meth.
Absolutely not.
All right, given that you don't have any ties to the area, you don't have any stable housing,
My
the court's
boyfriend is down the
going
street.
to order a $5,000 10% bond. In the event you post bond, you're not to be released on GPS tether through the Wayne County Jail. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
Oh shit.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? I don't understand.
$5,000 10% bond, so you need $500.
That's right. I just seen your message, Mandy, that it's not available. I forgot. I'm uploading pictures this afternoon. It will be back available probably around 5. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. But yeah, check it later and then just email me at allriselegalnetwork@gmail. I totally forgot I was doing that. And I changed the theme on Shopify for my store. I guess I got ahead of myself.
Supposed
is
we
fun.
can guarantee your appearance.
Now I know why you like it.
And in the event you do post bond, you cannot be released unless you have a GPS tether, so we know where to locate you since you don't have any stable housing.
I do have classes.
In the event you're released, you're not to use any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. Thank you.
I have housing.
Thank you,
I have housing.
Ma'am, that's the order of the court. Thank you.
Oh, I missed it. I'm going to rewind.
Alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? I don't understand.
$5,000 10% bond. So you need $500 to post so we can guarantee your appearance. And in the event you do post bond, you cannot be released unless you have a GPS tether, so we know where to locate you since you don't have any stable housing.
I do have classes.
In the event you're released, you're not to use any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. Thank you.
I I have housing.
Thank you,
I
Judge.
have
Dude, did
housing.
she lie to her or something?
Ma'am, that's the order of the court. Thank you.
Because she's usually a little more compassionate.
But I
Unless
have a
you
house to go to. It's right in my court paperwork.
mess with her.
Ma'am, we are done. Thank you. You even wrote in your information homeless, so we're all set. Thank you.
She just looks the other way. Like, talk to the hand. Yeah.
So we just have one more in custody and then I can.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Do you think that Shemke and DeSanto have a thing for each other? Because, and this is why I say this, because they used to be like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? And then they would joke around with each other, but now they don't. But I don't think it's like they're beefing. I think it's like, oh, we need to keep it strictly professional because we don't want to give anyone an idea. I don't know. Yeah, you think he does, but she doesn't? Oh, you think he has a beef with her? I think they're hooking up. I really do think they're hooking up. But I don't know. But it used to be different and it's changed. And I don't know why.
All right, we're on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Kyle Bollier, 232422. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke appearing on behalf of my client. At this time, we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom. As to the arraignment, we waive formal reading. My client stands mute.
Thank you. And sir, your name for the record, please.
Bollier.
Oh, okay.
All right, and the court will waive the formal reading, enter plea of not guilty for
Yeah.
purpose of the arraignment, and we will schedule this matter for pre-trial on November 28th at 10:30 a.m. And counsel, as to bond.
Your Honor, as to bond, my client indicates that he will appear at any and all future
know I could
court
do that
dates. My
for
understanding
now.
he's not on probation or parole. I do not believe he's a flight risk, so I would be respectfully requesting consideration for a personal bond.
That's dope.
Thank you, Judge.
Sir, did you complete probation out of the 35th District Court?
Yes, I did.
And when were you released from probation?
I was released, I want to say,
Fake stretch.
like at least a month ago. Over a month ago.
While I think of a lie.
He released me early, a whole year early.
Okay, and so what happened with the matter out of Allen Park in 2022? Dangerous drugs, felony. What happened with that?
That was supposed to be dropped.
You work, sir?
I am in between jobs at the moment, but I'm starting a new job next week, yes.
Of course you are.
How long have you been in between
You
jobs?
didn't say tomorrow.
About a week and about a month. About a month or so.
Where was the last place you were employed, sir?
Shaw's Plumbing.
What's that?
Shaw's Plumbing, they're out of E-course.
Okay, and how long did you work there?
I worked there for about a year.
And so where is it that you say you're starting work with next week?
I'm supposed to start working with it's a lawn service. I don't remember the name of it. It's through some buddies of mine. They work for Novi. It's a lawn service. They do a lot of lawn care, like the landscaping stuff.
So you're starting a lawn service job right before the snow starts?
No, they do snow removal as well. That's it.
Sir, if you were to test today, what's in your system?
There would be possibly cocaine, maybe methamphetamine.
Anything else?
No. I've been off the heroin for a year.
You don't use any Suboxone? to help you with that or no?
No, I hate Suboxone. I don't like them. I think it's just a substitute for the problem.
Okay. Ever failed to appear in court before, sir?
No, well, I think so, but not intentionally. But I failed to show up in court once prior, but not intentionally. I have a pretty good track record of showing up when I'm needed.
Okay. And sir, are you out on bond in any other jurisdiction?
No.
All right, given your previous criminal history, sir, and to assist in your own sobriety, the court's going to order a $7,500 10% bond.
What?
In the event you post bond, sir, you are to not use any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed, and we'll see you back on November 28th.
Okay,
How's it
so
going?
I got my personal bond.
$7,500, 10%, sir.
So what is 10%? You gotta be kidding me. I'm never gonna post
Okay,
that.
well, thanks a
I
lot.
haven't
I
posted that
will
bond for me.
talk to you later, Mandy. Make
Please,
sure you
Your
email
Honor,
me size and
I have
Your
to
Honor,
go.
can we potentially get an earlier court date?
The 28th is the earliest I can do this, 1 week from tomorrow.
Understood, Judge.
So I'm stuck
Thank
here.
you.
I'm stuck here.
All right, thank you. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
Judge.
And then we're still on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Sean Young, 231884.
I don't believe this is my case, Your Honor.
It is not. I believe you're all set unless we get the other custodies back.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
wait,
Thank
did,
you.
I didn't have him crying?
I think
He was doing well, making progress,
I thought he was
continues to
crying.
do well.
Did I miss it? Oh, I did. I did miss it.
28th is the earliest I can do this, 1 week from tomorrow.
Understood, Judge.
So I'm stuck
Thank
here.
you.
I'm stuck here.
All right, thank you. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
Judge.
And then we're still on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Sean Young, 231884.
I thought it was longer than that. I thought he like stayed and cried.
I don't believe this is my case, Your Honor.
It is not. I believe you're all set unless we get the other custodies back.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, have a good day. I think
He was doing well, making progress, continues to do well.
This was
Ms.
all in the
Shine,
same
provided me a
docket.
copy of updated status report that I received this morning. He has completed
thanks.
his
I
5
really
days on the
appreciate that, bro.
workforce. He is registered
do.
for his MAD meeting.
It's
He has
it's
been making
tough to
his
get
monthly
going.
payments. The balance is listed as $1,015, but of
Taxing
that,
is
Your Honor,
very slow.
600 of that is oversight fees that may not be assessed if he gets early termination at the end of 12 months, and he's about 5 months into the probation currently.
okay. So did you attend FAN Thursday?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I had work that day and it was just a lot going on that day, but I will attend the next fan meeting.
Sir, I ordered you on August 21st to attend FAN. That's September, October, and November. You haven't attended any of those dates.
You said attend the fan meeting?
I sure did.
After that?
I said defendant, and I have it right here, so I'm reading right from it. Defendant to participate in FAN to assist in finding treatment and counseling.
I thought you just told me to find the treatment, the outpatient class. Keep trying to. I just don't remember that. That's all.
Look at her face. She's funny, dude.
Let me see something else. See what.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, as you well know, the meeting was last Thursday, so it's the third Thursday of every month. But actually, I had planned on Judge Clip and I had talked, and I might go myself to that meeting as well, so I can definitely remind and make sure that Mr. Webster attends as well.
I'll be at the next meeting.
Really, when's the next meeting?
You said next Thursday, right?
No,
Third Thursday.
no. Okay, so your attorney's right next to you talking. So are you thinking of something different? Like,
No,
are
I
you
thought he said
focusing
next
somewhere
Thursday.
else?
He said the third Thursday. I just thought he said next Thursday.
Third Thursday of the month.
Yeah, which we just passed the third Thursday this month, but I've got it circled in red on my calendar for December. believe it's December 21st.
And it is December 21st.
I'll be there.
Yes. You will be, or otherwise you're going to be spending some time in jail. There's a reason I ordered you to participate in FAN, sir. Not just because I felt like I needed something else to say, right? Because there's benefits of that. And now you've had 3 months of not having any of the benefits. Are you in new treatment? Are you in counseling?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been in counseling?
Outpatient counseling? Outpatient counseling, right?
Or what counseling are you at? Saying yes.
That's which one I'm talking about. I just couldn't get in touch with them. I called a few places and they didn't call back. Like, probably like 3 weeks ago, I called one. And 2 months prior to that, I called one and they never got back with me.
And I think that makes your Honor's point of why attending the FAN meeting this past Thursday could have been helpful for you.
Or attending in, October or September.
Mhm.
So you're not in treatment right now.
No, ma'am.
So then what counseling are you attending?
No, I've been trying to get into counseling.
I just asked if you're attending counseling and you said yes.
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I believe.
I don't like
that's
people
what I
lie.
was gonna jump in to clarify.
Let's see, it's always better when
he's
you just
not,
tell the truth.
attending.
Good or bad, the truth is always
What I
better.
would suggest respectfully, Your Honor, is if he, when he goes,
That's always right.
when he goes to the next FAN meeting, he can write you out a one-page summary of what he learned from the process from attending that meeting. Plus, we can give you an updated report in terms of his ability to find counseling, because I know through Judge Clifton, there are just incredible resources at those meetings.
Right. So your client has now been on probation
About 5 months. Your
about 5 months and has not really complied with any. Well, actually, he's not on probation. I sentenced him to 45 days jail with certain conditions because of his criminal history, which is why I didn't sentence him to jail. Sentence him to probation. I sentenced him to jail in lieu of probation and gave him conditions to comply with while I'm out, to keep him out of jail.
Right.
And
Yes,
you're
sir.
not complying with those conditions, sir.
So if I start the outpatient, so I gotta do both of those, the outpatient and the FAN meetings too, at the same time?
Yes, sir.
So if I complete the outpatient, I still gotta do the FAN meetings? I thought if I just did the,
We can revisit that at a later
Okay,
date, but at
okay.
this point, we're over 2, so.
okay.
Yeah, sure are.
I'll be at the next meeting, trust me.
Unless you're in jail, then you won't be able to make the next meeting.
You're right.
And Your Honor, I would indicate he is still gainfully employed, has completed the 5 days community work service. So he, although he's not in compliance, he is making steps and we will get him into full compliance.
And I can appreciate that, counsel, but the concern is that Mr. Lowe has been, I sentenced him June 21st with a jail review August 16th. We held the jail review August 21st. At which time your client hadn't complied with anything this court had ordered him to do. So I adjourned it to November 20th so he could participate in FAN, get the treatment going, and he still hasn't done any of that. Now, so let me just ask you this question. If somebody owed you money and you called once and they didn't answer, would you wait 2 more months to call again to collect on the money that you're owed?
No, ma'am.
No, but yet that's what you're saying you did for your treatment. You called, nobody called you back, and so 2 months later you called again, and nobody called you back, and now it's been 3
No,
weeks.
she told me to call a different place now, so I called a different place and tried to get in touch with them, and they said they were going to have to call back because they didn't have any move. So again, I just came to my probation officer last week, and she just told me to call another place, and they do it over the computer or such, whatever she said. But that's the next place she just told me to call. But she just tells me to call a different place each time. She gives me a nice, what's the name of everybody to call, but they don't even, half of them not even answering. 2 of them said, I'll give you a call back. The other one last week, it's just too much. It's just too much with them. Cause they, why y'all don't have an outpatient?
Well, so let me just clarify this, right? Okay, so, outpatient services are handled by, specific types of trained counselors, okay? Judges do a lot of things, but we can't do all of that also. We have a treatment court here, a mental health treatment court, there's sobriety courts, there's all of those types of treatment courts that incorporate substance use counseling in it. But for us to have one on our own, that is not our area of services.
It would help a lot.
I understand that. I don't disagree with you, sir. However, that is a different field of practice altogether that I'm not equipped to handle. I am not a certified substance use counselor. So while yes, it'd be great if every court could have their own, but that isn't the way that it works. Your phone that went off, that you have Google on there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So show me on your search history, your searches for outpatient substance use counseling.
We just called off the paper. We just called off the paper.
That's my point. My point is this, you think it's a good idea for courts to have their own substance use counseling, right? Okay. I think it's a good idea for you to take a proactive approach to work on your own sobriety, which you didn't do at all. You didn't do it all.
And Your Honor, I may be able to assist Mr. Lowe. As Your Honor is aware, I do a lot of license restoration cases, and also have a substance abuse counselor that works closely with my office, although is not affiliated with my office. I could have him to this substance abuse counselor. She has an MA, LPC. She's, does substance abuse full time. I could have him within the week, if not by the end of this week.
Good job. That's a good job. That lawyer totally just took one for his client. He just like stepped up. And Mike Gravelin with Law Talk with Mike, he's always commenting on when the lawyers like do that little extra. I mean, that wasn't a huge thing to do. I mean, that was something that they do have in his office. He's not lying, most likely. Well, he's absolutely not lying. But I love it when it's just really a crap show with their client, and the lawyers just like lay themselves on the grenade for their client. That is just amazing to me. And that's what I love about our justice system, how we are innocent until proven guilty. I mean, this guy's already been found guilty or pled guilty and now is on probation, but just the way that they really go to bat and like really are an advocate for their clients. And I guess wasn't a super example of that, but still pretty awesome.
Into that counselor. And she's done court reviews as well as substance use evaluations for many, many, many years.
And who is that?
Julie DuPont-Moshe in Livonia.
And when is your client scheduled to be there?
Oh, he's not. I think I could make arrangements. I could make a phone call before I leave here today. I'm just trying to help the situation there.
Oh, your client's not helping himself. You've had 5 months to get some of these conditions done, sir, to keep yourself out of jail.
You don't have to worry about me this last month. I'll be at the class. You don't have to worry about it. This is your last time seeing it.
Well, better not be the last time I see you. I better see you a fan.
Oh, in addition to the fan meeting which he will be attending, I will have him seen by the counselor, Your Honor, before we return
to cash. Most of the cash and
And he understands, Your Honor, that this was 45 days holding over his head, and that if you are to violate them, whether it's today or another time, you could put 90 days on him. He fully understands that. He and I have talked about that.
All right, I'm going to adjourn this to December 4th. And we're going to see when your counseling appointment is.
If we do that at 9 a.m., Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
I love how everywhere is
Whichever you prefer.
8:30, Your Honor?
Okay.
lightweight decriminalized addiction
Thank you.
and is
Sir,
leans towards
do not come
treatment.
back here with another excuse if you didn't get a call back. You call until you find a place that answers you and gets you set up with an appointment.
Yes, ma'am.
If it was something that you really wanted to do, you would have continued to call. So that tells me that you're not really interested in staying in your sobriety. That's what your inaction says to me. You may say something different, but your inaction tells me that.
Thank you for your consideration, Your Honor. We will make sure he's in compliance before we return.
And if you're testing today, what's in your system?
Nothing.
Okay, because you're testing today.
You're going to test today.
Okay.
Oh man, I should follow up on that, see if he came back the next day in jail or something. Because this was yesterday.
Also, there are other locations for fan meetings, so you need to look into those. I know that there's a Western Wayne. So look into those because between now and December 4th, you should be attending one. So please repeat back to me what it is you're supposed to be doing. So I know that you know what you're supposed to do.
Can you repeat that again, son? Western Wayne, family.
Yes. What is it you're going to be doing with that one?
Oh, I'm gonna be at the family meeting and the outpatient.
Sir, you're not paying attention to what I'm saying.
So this is an additional meeting. This isn't the one that's on the third Thursday of the month. We're going to find out when and where that is. You can attend that before December 4th.
Okay.
So, sir, do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
That's not taking the place of the December meeting. That's something in addition. So find a location to attend
Yes, Your Honor.
before you come back on December 4th.
Yes, Your Honor.
And stop at probation and with Ms. Shine, and she can tell you how to go about testing today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, and this is a matter of Aaron.
All right, that was pretty good. I mean, it was all right. The first few were better. The middle one, the guy crying, I have another good one right here. This is from the archives. Look through. Maybe you've seen it, maybe not, but it's pretty
Santos
good.
versus Araceli Iberis Morales.
Chick all the way to the right in the middle.
Caso
Not
2023
her, that's the interpreter.
TR-879, el estado de Kansas versus Araceli Ibarra Morales.
The state appears by and through County Attorney Jill Gillette.
El condado está presente aquí el estado está presente aquí por medio de la abogada Jill Gillette.
The defendant appears in person, in custody, and pro se.
La acusada está presente aquí en persona, en custodia y se está representando ella misma.
This one's pretty good though. I'll be right back.
Miss Ibarra Morales, this is your formal first appearance on these charges.
Señora Ibarra Morales, esta es la primera vez que se presenta sobre estos cargos.
Sí.
No, I'm talking to the lady in the jail, sir.
Estoy hablando con la señora en la cárcel, señor.
Oh, okay.
I'll get you next.
Usted sigue.
So, Miss Ibarra Morales, in count 1, you are accused of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Señora Ibarra Morales, se le ha puesto el cargo a usted de estar manejando bajo la influencia de alcohol o de drogas.
Yeah, and I told the sheriffs, or there were 2 of them. I told them that I wasn't under any substances. They just assumed, I don't know why, and they did some blood tests on me, and I haven't gotten a result or anything, but I wasn't on anything.
You don't need to interpret that, Ms. Franco. I think I understood that. So anyway, they're saying that you did this on August 8th of 2023 in Greenwood County, Kansas.
De todas maneras, están diciendo que usted hizo esto el 8 de agosto del 2023 aquí en el condado de Greenwood, aquí en Kansas.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yes.
understand that, but like I said, and like I mentioned, I wasn't on any substances. They just pulled me over for no reason, and they just assume, or they just pulled me over and said that I was under some kind of influence, and I really wasn't. And they even took me to the hospital, and then they did run some blood tests, so I don't know.
Okay, well, let me finish, and then I'll explain, and I'll come back to what you're telling me.
Ok, entonces termino explicando y luego ahorita dejo que usted explique lo que sucedió.
Missy, is there anything you can do about Ty Alexander's screen?
No, he might need to hang up and come back in the meeting.
Watch your screen. Look at her
Try to
face.
ignore that.
I
She
can't stop the
look at it.
video.
She tried to cover it up with her hand.
All right, back to the case at hand. This is a Class B non-person misdemeanor, which means if you were to be convicted, you could be given
know,
a
it's
jail
ugly.
sentence up to
Shouldn't be doing this
6
on screen.
months. Your fine would have to be at least $750 up to $1,000.
Este es un delito menor clase B. Lo que significa eso es de que si le encuentran culpable de este cargo, le pueden dar a usted un castigo de 6 meses en la cárcel, una multa de $750 o hasta $1,000 de multa.
In count 2, you're accused of on that same date, August 8th of 2023 in Greenwood County, Kansas, operating a motor vehicle without proof of liability coverage, liability insurance.
En el cargo 2, ese mismo día, el 8 de agosto de 2023, aquí en el condado de Greenwood, aquí en Kansas, se le ha puesto el cargo a usted de estar operando un vehículo sin seguro de carro básico.
Is it still my case?
This is still your case.
Ah.
And on count 2, this is a B misdemeanor, but its minimum fine is $300 up to $1,000. And again, it could be up to 6 months in the county jail.
Yeah, for that reason, I talked to one of the sheriffs.
Okay, hold on, please. You wanted an interpreter. Let her interpret, please.
Oh, I didn't want an interpreter. They just assigned one to me. But they did give me 30 days, so I don't know why they just put another charge on my account. I don't know why, but they did give me 30 days, and I was just arrested for that and charged for that. So I don't understand that. I mean, I should have given more time, because I mean, I do have proof that I have insurance.
Okay, well, All right, so I was told that you had indicated you wanted an interpreter, but
It
now
was
you're saying
it
you
was a
didn't.
misunderstanding, Judge.
No, he's here. I don't know. He's
All right, so you do not need an interpreter's assistance. Is that right?
yeah.
All right, well, Ms. Franco is going to be here in case we get into something you don't understand. All right, so on the insurance, first of all, just let me tell you what you're charged with, and that's what you're charged with. You may not agree with it, it may not be right, but that's what you're charged with. Do you understand?
I mean, I do understand, but I don't think it's fair because they did give me 30 days. So they just put that on my case.
I'm sorry, who gave you 30 days?
Some sheriff, like a week before that day.
So a sheriff before had already given you what, a 30-day
A
sentence?
warning. Yeah, 30
A
days.
warning.
Yeah, like the 30 day. That's why, like that's what I mean. So I don't see why.
So,
And
yeah,
then I get arrested. And how can I get proof of that? Like
all right, so let me see if I understand this right. Shortly before August 8th of 2023, in another jurisdiction outside of Greenwood County, you were stopped and unable to provide proof of insurance.
yes.
So the officer gave you a warning. What jurisdiction was that in? What county
Sorry
or
about that.
town or?
I have, wait. It was Pratt.
Okay, Pratt County, Pratt City.
Pratt.
Okay, somewhere in Pratt, Kansas, whether it was the county or the town, an officer
Town.
stopped you and you did not have insurance, but instead of giving you a ticket, he gave you a warning that said if you gave him proof within 30 days, it would be dismissed.
Yeah, because he just told me to go to court and show my proof.
Okay, so are you saying today that you had insurance on August 8th of 2023?
That doesn't give me any time.
All right.
That doesn't give me like the 30 days. And
Okay.
I'm here, so how can I get the proof?
I think we have a misunderstanding.
Yes.
This is where I think we're having a communication
Yes.
failure. I think what the officer told you was that, okay, he was going to give you a ticket, but if you had insurance at the time and you got proof to him, you might get that ticket dismissed. Now, I wasn't there. I'm not the officer. I'm speculating, and so I could be just as wrong as I could be. But the officer did not have authority on the road to tell you you could drive freely without insurance for 30 days. I feel confident that's not what he meant. Is that what you think he meant?
Well, he gave me the ticket or the paper, and he told me that I had 30 days to show to court and show my proof of insurance.
All right.
So I mean, basically, yeah, he did say that I could drive and
okay.
show my proof of insurance.
Do you have,
That's a jurisdiction and a different date. That has nothing to do with our case here.
yeah, but I think she's saying he gave her permission to drive without insurance for 30 days. And that's not the way it works. So we'll come back to that. But you understand what they're saying you did wrong. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand or have any questions about the fact that if you were to be convicted of that, you could look it up to 6 months in jail and you would have to pay a fine of at least $300 up to $1,000.
Well, I mean, you tell me.
Okay, I'm just telling you the penalty range if you were to be convicted. Any questions about that?
Are you gonna come back to me, or are we?
We're going to talk some more about other things, but On that subject, do you understand the charge and the possible penalties in count 2?
Yes, I understand the possible penalties.
All right, now, then there's count 3. They're saying that you failed to give a proper signal, that on that same date and time.
They did not tell me that, and I did not receive a paper saying that.
All right, Deputy, would you please make sure that she gets a copy of the charges against her?
I will, I'll get her one, Judge.
Thank you. And you will see in the charging document that you were charged with failing to give a proper signal when turning a vehicle right or left upon a roadway. This is called a traffic infraction. It doesn't carry any jail time, but you could pay a fine of $75 if you were to be convicted. So those are the 3 charges that have been filed against you.
I'm sorry, Judge, but whenever they pulled me over, they just did the DUI and the testing, which I already discussed about it. And then the other, the ticket or whatever it was about the insurance. And that's the paper that they gave me whenever I came in. That's all.
All right. So the officer issued some charges against you, but he turns his ticket in to the county attorney, and then the county attorney formally decides what your charges are, and she has done so. And those are the ones I've just gone over with you. So that's what you're formally charged with. Now, the next order of business is that you do have the right to an attorney who can sit down with you and
Darren
help you
Patterson,
go through these charges and see
hardest-working
if you
attorney
have
in
a
the country.
defense to them and help you with that defense. So you can hire any attorney of your choice.
I'd rather not hire an attorney. No.
If you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply for a court-appointed attorney.
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for interrupting, but I don't want to, what's it called, a lawyer.
You don't want a lawyer?
I don't want a lawyer.
Well, you said you thought you had permission to drive in count 2 without insurance. Are you sure you don't want a lawyer to advise you and aid you in that?
No.
But what are you wanting to do with these charges then if you don't want an attorney?
Well, since they gave me the 30 days, I mean, I should be able to go out and get my insurance. And about the testing, I'm pretty sure that I'm negative because I wasn't in any substances. And I know I took my test a long time ago, but I've been driving for years and I know my signals, and I'm pretty sure that I did turn on my signal lights and my stop lights and all that.
All right. Well, what I'm hearing you say is you're not guilty of all 3 counts. Am I correct?
Oh, she's
Yes.
almost a
All
soft
right.
sit.
So I will enter not guilty pleas to all
Almost.
3. And if, as such, I can set this for trial, but are you sure you don't want an attorney? I'd be happy to see if you qualify for court appointed.
Or I'd rather plead no contest and not go to trial.
Well, I really think you need the benefit of an attorney, Miss.
I don't really want a lawyer because it's going to take me to trial, and I know I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, that's why we have trials. If you think you didn't do anything wrong, you get your day in court to prove that.
I don't want to take this case to trial because I don't think it's a really big deal because I wasn't in any substances. I know I can get my proof of insurance.
If you
I don't know why they
take
can't
this-
just get dismissed. And then I'll pay for whatever.
The only way they're going to get dismissed if you go to trial and the state fails to meet its burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt that you did these.
Well,
But
it's on camera. I'm pretty sure it's on camera.
Okay, but that's not the way the system works. You go to trial and that's when everybody presents their evidence.
Yeah. Well, there was 2 officers. I don't know. And it was pretty late. So I don't know who can be a witness, and they took me to the hospital. So I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe the nurse.
I don't think you're understanding enough You don't
What
have,
am I?
I'm
not
going to
understanding?
appoint an attorney. You don't have to use that attorney, but I am going to appoint Attorney Shannon Cooper. Missy, is that who I'm using?
Oh yeah, 'cause she's in another county. She's
Yes.
not Butler.
Okay, and the
yeah,
deputy
Patterson
can give
would've
you
got
Miss Cooper's contact information. And I really want you and Miss Cooper to have a conversation even by telephone right away. Because I just don't think you're understanding some of the things in the legal system. And if you need an interpreter to help you, I've got one here. I can have one here for you. But I just think that we're not having a very good communication here. So call Miss Cooper and tell Miss Cooper what your position is, and she can advise you. I'm here neutral at this point.
Yeah, me too. I'm neutral, but I mean, I'm just.
Well, but you need someone that can advise you from your
Yeah, I'm
perspective.
neutral.
I
too.
need another judge so that they can understand me.
Okay, well, Shannon Cooper is your lawyer. The deputy's going to give you Miss Cooper's number. Deputy, if you can allow her to make a call, that would be great. And we'll set this.
That's dope. That's so
I'm going to
dope.
set this for a status hearing, but can we do that soon, Missy, instead of setting it off too far? What's the earliest?
We could try for September 15th at 9 o'clock.
September 15th at 9 o'clock. You need to be back here with Miss Cooper. That can be by Zoom. And
We're probably not going to have lab results back, though.
all right, you're right.
Where-
I don't want to put it out any more than that. So what about bond? Where do you live? Okay, why did the jail freeze on me? Jail never freezes. All right. So what about bond? Tell me where you live, Miss Ibarra Morales.
She's muted now.
Deputy, can you unmute her? Thank you.
Well, I was staying at this suit in Wichita.
You were staying at what in Wichita?
I was trying to get my apartment in Wichita.
So do you not have,
And this is just interrupting my life right now.
so you do not have a home presently, a permanent residence?
Well, I was waiting for my response and I was getting approved.
Are you married or single?
Unmarried, engaged.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, are you married or engaged?
engaged.
Okay, and do you have children?
I have children
Where do they live?
in Wichita.
And who do they live with?
Who do they live with?
Yeah.
My ex.
Their dad?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a job when you're not in custody?
Yes, I do have a job.
Where do you work?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Oh, I work, I sell burritos sometimes.
And do you sell them like in a vendor cart or in a shop, or where do you sell your burritos?
Well, I was going to get a taco thing to sell them. And I mean, I need a license for all that.
How long have you lived in this area?
How long?
How long?
Over 6 months.
And where did you live before that?
Where do, in Garden City?
Okay. And how long were you in Garden City?
Since I don't know, like kind of like since I was born, but not really, since I was 7.
All right. Do you have parents in Garden City or?
I have a parent
Maybe it is a language
in
barrier.
Garden, and I have another parent in Denver.
At first, I thought she was just clueless, but I think it's a language
What
barrier.
is your connection to Greenwood County?
I was just
grew up
passing by.
in LA, so like I know a lot of raza.
Was anyone with you at the time?
I'm actually half.
They were probably following my family, someone. I don't know. I just know that
So,
they
yeah,
were
no,
like
maybe she's
following
clueless.
me, going that way again. So I don't know. They probably got lost
I
or
know a lot of
something.
Hispanics from Mexico.
Okay, so you had a friend
they,
or someone
even when they have a
following you?
language barrier,
Yeah.
they
And
understand.
they disappeared?
Yeah.
What were they doing in the area?
The same thing.
Just passing through? Okay.
Following the map.
All right. Where were you headed?
I was headed to Garden just to pick up some documents.
Okay. Ms. Gillette, do you have any recommendation for bond?
Judge, I would ask for 1,000 cash surety.
All right, so you're looking at driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, operating a motor vehicle without insurance, and turning an unsafe turn without a signal. So I think $1,000 cash or surety would be a reasonable bond, and that's what I'm gonna set.
Am I gonna see the lawyer for that?
You can call the lawyer if the jail can arrange that for you.
But did the DUI come up positive because I wasn't under any influence?
I can't answer that. I'm just telling, this is your first appearance, so I don't weigh the evidence. I just tell you what you're charged with, what the possible penalties are, make sure that you have an attorney if you want one, and even though you told me you don't, I think it's to your benefit, so I'm going to appoint one.
How can I get my results from the hospital?
The attorney can help you with that. And your bond has been set.
And who's my lawyer so I can get?
Call your lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got, the officer's got your lawyer's name there. He'll help you call him.
What is the name?
I'll get you.
It's Shannon Cooper.
Shannon Cooper.
What was the court date, Judge?
9:15 at 9.
All right, so you'll need to be back here by Zoom, September 15th at 9 a.m. Anything else I can help you with before I let you go?
Well, is my time gonna, since I'm here, is it gonna, what's it called?
You'll get credit for any time.
Yeah, credit for, because I mean, it's a long time.
Yes.
And my back hurts. I'm too old for this.
Well, you're allowed to make bonds.
Yeah, I am.
12.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm 55.
You may
My
go. Thank
back
you.
Hurts. It didn't start
Now,
hurting.
let's take up Mr. Andres Perez Mananza.
All right, well, that's that one. I do have this. So I'm a tattoo artist by trade, and I've done some tattoos on some rappers, and I've tattooed in Hollywood and in Los Angeles. I live in Whitefish, Montana now. I love it up here. But anyways, I was scrolling through the internet, and there was a guy who I'm really good friends with. He's a Mexican rapper in Los Angeles, and I did some tattoos, some cleanup on his face. I actually tattooed a bandana that goes down his face. Well, I just found an interview with him, so I thought I'd share a little bit of that, and we can just kind of react to that. I haven't seen it, so I'm really interested in seeing what this fool has to say. I know the real him, so we'll just see if he projects himself to be someone else, gangster wise, because he's pretty gangster, not gangster, I guess. I guess when you get to know someone personally, they don't seem like all that hard, But he came to see me in Venice Beach one time, and yeah, we'll just have to check it out. We'll see what's up. How do I do this? I guess I gotta go like this. There we go.
All right, Baldacci.
His name's
Sir,
Pallone,
Baldacci.
but his rapping
Where'd
name
you grow
is
up? Where are you from
Baldacci the
originally?
Beast.
I'm from Los Angeles, Florence District, South Los Angeles, basically. That's what it basically is.
Mm-hmm. And tell me about your family growing up. You had mom and
I'll
dad?
share some links of his music
my
too
mom
in
and
the
dad,
description when I'm done.
You know, they're born here as well.
Oh, I can't
I
even
was
hear
born
it.
actually at the hospital, Centinela Hospital in the city of Inglewood. And from that hospital, I was took
Oh,
to
I see.
a
Now I'm
street called
showing my newness.
Converse. That's why I got this Converse All-Star tattoo, because I'm an all-star actually from the block, you know what I mean?
Why can't we hear it?
Growing up, you know, I was basically the main person in the home because my father, he was in prison for a
man, that
long time
sucks.
gone. And, you know, so it was a little bit, you know, harder for me, being the fact that, you know, my father was gone.
Man.
I'm not going to blame that totally on, you know, him being gone, me being what I am today, or everything that I live is because of that. But it's definitely hard without a father figure in the home.
Yeah. What was dad in prison
Man,
for?
that really stinks.
My dad was in prison for a bunch of robberies, you know, growing up. That's,
Well,
I guess
I screwed that up.
Yeah, my dad was also
I'll have to show
from
that
Florence.
another time. I'll still put some links to some of his music in the description. He's not paying me to do that. I just he's a cool cat. He's a super cool cat. But his music's pretty hardcore. I'm not into hip hop. I like some old hip hop just when I'm feeling froggy, but I like first gen punk rock, old school country, outlaw music, and then pretty much whatever my daughters are listening to. So anyways, thanks for coming out. The few people that did come check me out, I really appreciate it. Go to tatswag.shop later on this afternoon. My site will be up. These are t-shirts and hoodies that I've designed. I'm not trying to plug my t-shirt company. I'm not even worried about that. This is my passion, is the LawTube stuff. And I mean, I've been obsessed with LawTube for like the past 2 years, where I'm playing it while I'm tattooing. I'm playing it in the car. My customers are getting mad because I'm not playing music anymore. I'm watching it at home. I just really love it. And when the tattooing got a little bit slow during the holidays, I said, man, this would be great to give me something to do. You know, if I end up making a couple bucks doing it too, that's cool too. Please, everybody, like and subscribe. That would be great. That would help out the channel. And but I'm going to do some series. I'm going to do my docket series, and then I'm also going to do some reaction videos to some old court cases from back in the day that kind of have changed our society a little bit, you know, that have become pop culture, not just O.J. Simpson, but like some really old ones, like maybe even like the Manson case, stuff like that. I got to remember to look in the camera because the screen's down here, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And so I'll be announcing that stuff soon. I hope the video and everything the latency wasn't too glitchy. And man, I just really appreciate everyone coming out and checking it out. Everybody just take care. I'll talk to you soon.